4-2 in those games. We're underway, and no surprise, Griner gets the first touch on the opening possession. He's no good by Jordan Canada, and here comes the motor, Alyssa Thomas, end-to-end, blocked by inside by Bree Jones.
Well, both players played at Connecticut for a long time. Really
all over this matchup tonight. There's Sammy Whitcomb, and starting off the game with a three. Stop it if you've heard us say that so far this year.
Yeah, pre-game, she just could not miss shooting a three out here.
Down for Whitcomb. Here's Griner inside. Got it. +1.
Well, they'll try and double. They don't want to put Atlanta at the free throw line, and Griner's a pretty good free throw shooter.
10 points per game, 6 rebounds nearly a night for Griner. Those are lows in her career thus far, but it's a new system. Settling into that, of course, a 5-out system as well, importantly, for Atlanta. Pick and roll here. Thomas, kick out Westbeld. Wing triple. Rattled out.
Yeah, and playing less minutes, and certainly it's an offense, too, that with Brittany Griner in the middle, they're not going to play quite as fast.
Griner will pop the three. A little heavy that time. The aggressiveness for Griner, that's no surprise in the early going. Here comes Whitcomb. Lone point so far for Phoenix. Drives inside. Rebound back tapped. And it is a made field goal that time for Kat Westbeld, the rookie.
Yeah, Sammy Whitcomb. And they can take those shots. Certainly Griner is going to make you change shots, but you've got to try and get her out of the lane on the weak side.
It's an interesting Atlanta team to defend. They play with 2 rugged bigs, but they like to also play 5-out. It's a bit of a mesh style, and interesting to see how Phoenix can handle it. Here's Jordan Canada, who's come on hot in the month of July, scores right away.
Well, and they'll play fast with Jordan Canada at that point guard. She had 30 points earlier this season, a career high against Indiana.
Nearly 2 minutes in, and Satu Sabali gets a touch for the first time. Turns around up at a function and buries it.
Yeah, Canada got her hand on it, knocked it loose, ankle sprain, and just did not get a chance to play in the All-Star game, but excited to be back.
Missed 3 games with that ankle sprain. Nice English that time by Alicia Gray, who scores.
Yeah, Gray having a terrific season for the Dream.
Nearly 19 per game for Gray. Westbeld fading to her right, missed the 3. Same spot she missed her first attempt as well. Phoenix has started 3 of 7 from the floor. A couple of really good three-point shooting teams in terms of volume, and in Phoenix's case, in terms of making it 10 per game. That's second best in the league.
Well, both teams take almost 33s a game.
Canada will lead right into our storyline, knock down the triple from the top.
Well, kind of his shots. Shoots only 28% from threes and a turnover by the Mercury.
That was the storyline for Atlanta last night in their loss to Las Vegas, turning the ball over. Gray will bury the 3, and so far it's been Atlanta hot out of the gate, starting 2 of 4 from downtown.
Yeah, and the Dream struggled against Las Vegas last night on their threes.
9 of 27 against the Aces. 8-0 run here for Atlanta. Whitcomb tries to bail out Phoenix and cannot. Mercury are 9-3 in this building so far this year. I mentioned it at the top. They've been riddled with injuries. A bunch of new names coming in and out of the lineup. Rookies leading the way as Griner right over the top of Sabali.
The video, Mercury said, no matter where you play, we're behind you, BG.
Great stuff, Kate. Thank you for that. Yes, certainly. She was out here about an hour before tip-off, signed tons of autographs, took pictures. Saw or heard someone from Atlanta's staff say you're like the mayor, and certainly it seemed that way before tip-off.
Yeah, saying hi to so many different people, but right now it looks like Atlanta is just really dominating so far in this first quarter. They're keeping Phoenix out of the lane, and that's because of Brittany Griner and her size. You cannot be intimidated by that, and also the ball has been out of AT's hand, not creating the offense.
10-0 run for Atlanta. They've made their last 5 shots from the floor. Griner was swarmed that time on the baseline. Thomas came on their side of things. Great look in baseline out of bounds play, and an easy layup for Naz Hillman has become really an iron woman for this Atlanta squad. This is her 131st straight game tonight for the Dream.
Yeah, good screen set by Atlanta.
And that 12-0 run now and a 10-point cushion for the visiting Dream. Whitcomb forced up a shot, was looking for the foul, didn't get the whistle.
Yeah, really one and done for Phoenix. They've been on their heels getting back on the fast breaks.
Dewana Bonner's checked in for Phoenix. Copper remains out there, and finally we call in Kalia Copper, and she introduces herself right on cue.
Yeah, what a great reverse, too. Boy, just stretched it out using the basket as a protection so Griner couldn't get it.
Copper's played in just 6 games this year, had the knee injury and the hamstring as well that's kept her out of the last 4 coming into tonight. Griner physical, no, and here comes Thomas. AT plays it back to Kalia Copper, the 3, just off back iron.
Well, with Copper and Sabali coming back, when we saw when Copper came back the first time, the timing and the chemistry wasn't quite there. And so, you know, it's all about conditioning, too, coming back from those injuries.
Basketball's such a rhythmic game as well, and at times it can be tough to get right back into the fray. Numbers here for Phoenix. Trying to cut into an 8-point deficit. Bonner thought about the three, hesitated, pops, and just kind of off rhythm on that occasion.
Yeah, you look at Bonner, Griner. They were on those championship teams back in 2014. They played, and Nate Tibbetts has talked about how much they've missed her because she does get downhill. She creates so many opportunities for her teammates being able to get inside.
Here's Whitcomb. You mentioned the defense for Atlanta. It's been really pretty thus far. Really just making life hard for Phoenix. Another miss there. Whitcomb started just 1 of 5 from the floor.
Well, 6 rebounds already for Atlanta.
The best rebounding team in the league. Showing it in the early going. Hillman off the mark. Thomas will clear. Trying to push the tempo. Whitcomb, quick release. Now just 1 of 9 from downtown is Phoenix. First game out of the All-Star break for the Mercury. One of the pleasant surprises in the WNBA so far, but right now they're getting hit with a flurry of jumpers. Gray from the top of the mountain.
Yeah, Gray had 24 against Vegas last night, where she was 5 of 6 from the free throw line and hit 5 threes.
That was her 9th game of the season where she eclipsed 20 points. Bonner had to battle through contact, stuck with the play, and earned a trip to the line as well.
Walker Kimbrough had good defensive position, and Bonner, with her size, doesn't.
All the way from the Big Apple back to the Valley of the Sun. She's luckily finally healthy enough to go tonight.
Yeah, and she talked about that too, as far as that train was really a wonderful situation for her to be able to stay on the ground.
It had to be that way with that injury. Tahina Paopao into the game. Floater, no. The rookie misses her first shot. Rebound pinballed around, and Thomas ends up with it. Lonnie Brown was double teamed in the painted area.
Now against Brianna Jones.
Here's Thomas. Get Loxa into the game as well, try to work through her shooting slump, and misses her first jump shot of the night.
Well, right now, Atlanta's defense has been solid and forcing some tough shots for Phoenix. Bree Jones with their 3-point shot.
The storyline has been the 3-point shooting for Atlanta, but there have been open looks after open looks thus far for the Dream.
And that's just it. You've got to contest the 3 because Jones, she's a 22% 3-point shooter.
Look at those numbers inflate when there's nobody in front of her. Held. She's been so much fun to watch and really has become a fan favorite here in Phoenix. Thomas with the little push shot fading away. And the offensive struggles continuing.
And you really hope that AT for Phoenix can kind of get going with that little...
18 seasons there at the 5th best winning percentage in women's college basketball history, behind only Gino, Leon Barmore, Kim Mulkey, and Pat Summitt. Pretty good names to be around.
Yeah, some coaches of the years a lot of times. But they did not have a women's basketball program when he got there. From
the ground up, from FGCU to the Atlanta Dream, he is loving it. Fan of the league forever, as you'd imagine, and doing a really good job in his first season. Here's Paopao.
And he told us before the game that, you know, look, we're going to look for different lineups. We had a tough game last night, and we know that Phoenix can come alive and get this crowd into things.
Rattle this building. Sabali battling down low. It's hard contact, and Satu's not happy.
Connecticut, and just, you said, averaging 13 points and just leading the team with over 7 rebounds a game.
We talked to Nate Tibbetts, the coach for Phoenix. He called out Bree Jones as well as Nas Hillman before the game to say those are 2 really important players for us to try to shut down tonight.
So let's see if we can talk to Mac for Phoenix, can kind of get involved on the boards.
Max number 4 in black in the painted area right now. Another jump shot for Atlanta, this time no good. And if you're Phoenix, you're seeing finally get a couple of stops on defense. Final minute of the first quarter. Night marked by number 42 in Reds, return to the Valley. So far, her dream of getting it done against the mighty Mercury. Sabali. Late in the shot clock. Down low to Mac. Turn around over the left shoulder, and it's pure for Natasha Mack.
Yeah, good patience, and Sabali got stuck in that corner and was able to get a nice pass inside. you know, Mac being in the game, she played last year in practice every day against Brittany Griner. Started 11 games when Griner was out.
6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Griner down low. Turnaround, falling away. It's silky for Brittany Griner.
Yeah, and that's a tough matchup for DB, even though she's got that length and the height against Griner. Not quite as strong.
Sabally no, and it'll be Gray who will just dribble out the clock in the first quarter. Atlanta comes into Phoenix on this second night of a back-to-back. They look good in the desert, leading by 9.